Alright guys, welcome back. So let us recap for the trade we took last week, right? So last week we analyzed a bunch of pair using the FX legit set and forget strategy, and let me show you how they played out, right? So this time I'm actually doing the recap as a separate video because there's certain things I want to cover in this particular video, right? So now the first trade we actually took was this one right here on gold, right? Let it load up. This one right here on good, and clearly I actually called this one on Telegram, as you can see. So here is how the week actually started, right? So coming into the week, I told you guys about Israel bomb central Gaza admit, and it was escalating tension, right? And I asked you guys a question, right? What did I say will happen when there's when there's too much tension in the market? And 29% of you guys said do not be involved in the market. 55% say gold will continue to buy. Some people don't know, and some people say bought all markets, buy all markets, and some people say we should sell all the markets. So I wanted to see if you guys were following me, and the correct answer is gold will continue to buy, right? So as soon as Monday got in, so I showed you guys what I was thinking for that week. This was the trade right here, the same thing. Sorry, this was the trade right here, the same entry, right? So, and I told you guys to set and forget that trade, but very easy, very self-explanatory, and you see the tax was done. So it was a very um precise take profit target, right? It was a very precise take profit target, and this was when we hit CP, you know, and all good. So, but there were other markets we were looking to take for the week. I was the one who decided to take just one trade per week, right? So I'm also going to be covering that as well, right? So the first market we were looking to take this week was NZD card, right? So let me cover it right now. So NZD card was very simple. We were looking for. We were waiting for a break and retest under this level to sell. So as you can see right here, we had the break. At the retest, we never had an engulfing and we never took any trade, right? So that is that for NZD card. We didn't take any trade. GBP USD, it was also self-explanatory. I told you guys I was waiting for a break and retest under here. You can clearly see we had the break and the retest, and you can see we had the engulfing, stop loss above the high, 1:2 risk reward ratio. We also had another break and a retest. At the retest, we had a doji and an engulfing, stop loss above this high, 1:2 risk reward ratio. Very easy, very self-explanatory, right? So just stick with me here because at the ending of this video, I'm going to be covering something very important. So the third pair we're looking for this week was GPP AUD GPY, right? So it's very simple what we're looking for. We wanted price to start buying, and if you look at that from the path I drew last week, right, you can hear me talking about this particular one area of interest. So this area of interest has multiple rejection. It's a respected price point, right? It's from this same area that price had this massive movement, and price came to that area again, and it's having a strong movement, and it has a very strong rejection candle that rejected all the way down here, right? So that is a very strong rejection. So we are just looking to see how we can continue buying. But the only problem with this trade is that the 4 hour time frame is still going to be bearish. So even if we have this break and retest, as long as price have not really closed above this high, it simply means that the market is bearish. So it's a risky one to just buy, but it could play out, right? So I'm interested in that pair. So we had a break, we had a retest, right? So this was the break right here, this was the retest, and this was the engulfing right here, right? We also had another break, retest, and engulfing right here. So we would have gotten either ways, would have still gotten these entries, right? So this was another one, and then the last pair was AUD card. The last pair was AUD card. It was very simple. We were looking for, right? We needed a break under this level to sell, right? So we needed a break. As you can clearly see, we didn't have any break. So those were the market we are looking to take last week. Now, from what I just simply explained was that NZD card and AUD card did not give us the opportunity. The markets that gave us the opportunity were GBP USD, AUD JPY, and gold, right? So since I called these three pairs and all the three played out, and the two that did not play out did not actually give us the opportunity, it simply means that if you would have followed me, you would have made money this week, no doubt, right? But I asked a question on the Telegram recently, and I asked you guys if you made money this week. 63% of people said yes, and maybe that's true, maybe that's not true. But some other people said that they made money, but they still lost it. And some people just lost money this week. So my point is not that you cannot take your own trades. My point is that on this 17% of people who made money because they did made money and then they lost it again, is very simple, because even if you took three trades this week and you won only one and then you lost the other two, you should probably still be at break even, right? So now for this 17% of you guys, I want you guys to be watching this next video I'll be dropping. I dropped yesterday, basically, right? So there's a video I dropped yesterday. It's about the concept of 10 trades. I want you guys to go watch that video, because it's going to teach you how to handle your psychology a little bit better, right? So that you don't always end up negative after winning trades, right? So it's going to be the concept of 10 trades. I advise you guys to go watch that video. It's very important. It will help you with your psychology. So that's pretty much for the trade recap this week. I'm going to be covering all these 20 pairs again for this new week and show you guys what I'm looking to see this week. So that's pretty much it. Remember to turn on your notification, guys, so that anytime Zico Forex drop a new video, YouTube is going to send you a notification letting you know that Zico Forex just dropped another video, so that you can jump right into it and start winning immediately. So that's pretty much it, guys.